guys, and welcome back to my channel, Thrift Nice. If you missed the last video, which was my thrift with me, I hit up a thrift store local to me and I found a whole bunch of stuff. In fact, it was like this much stuff. Quite a lot. Then I will link it right here and down the description as well, in case you want to go back and actually see me shopping and discovering this stuff kind of like in real time. That way you can see exactly what I decided to put back, what I didn't really care about. And then in this haul, of course, you're going to see exactly what I chose to pick up, because I think I can flip it for a profit. So my total for this haul was actually about $55, which is not too bad at all. Plus I got that pretty sweet giant bag, which is going to be amazing for church rummage sale season, which will be coming at us pretty soon. All of the items that you'll see today are things that I will be flipping online, like I said, for a profit. I personally sell on eBay, Poshmark, Etsy and Mercari, and I tend to try to hone in on things that are like vintage items, one-offs, just something really cool and quirky. That's just what I like to sell at this point, but there are some other items mixed in here as well that are more kind of like contemporary, generic. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I feel like I can make money on all of this stuff. All right, without further ado, let's get stuck in. All right, I should let you know as well, I think ahead of time, when it came to clothes, there was like a Valentine's Day sale on, and they were, I think, buy two, get one free. So like a third of the clothes were free. And unless they had an actual price tag on them, which a couple of them I think may have, they are basically $2 a piece. Just to give you a little bit of context for this particular thrift store. Okay, so we're gonna get started with a non-clothing item, and it is this. I don't know exactly what it is, but I have a feeling it's going to do quite well. It reminds me very much, I'm going to hold it nice and close for you. It reminds me very much of like these sort of vintage German pieces that you get, like Christmas ornaments and stuff. In fact, I grew up with a lot of those from West Germany in our household. This is actually the nativity scene. When you look closely, we got a little camel. We got some wise men bringing gifts. This obviously does turn, I think. I don't know. Well, there's something on the bottom. There we go. And then we have the Holy Family right there in the middle as well. Then we got some angels up top. Like I said, there's no markings on this, but it does look to be handmade. And I just thought it was so unique. Nativity stuff can do really well, and then this kind of aesthetic, I think, especially where it's like functioning and it actually like moves and stuff, could potentially do really nicely. So I took a chance on it, paid $6 for this particular item, and I think it's really cool. All right, next non-clothing item. Couldn't help myself. What is he doing in Tennessee? I don't know. The Gators, as far as I know, are the Vols, like one of their long-term rivals. So I think it's kind of cool that I found that in a little rinky-dink thrift store over here. But this is definitely vintage looking at it. It is definitely handmade. Obviously like a kind of, I guess like a cross stitch or like a crewel piece. I paid $5, as you can see, at a University of Florida Gators. It's all framed. It was framed in Jacksonville, Florida. I just think there's someone out there who's going to absolutely love that. It does need a little bit of a clean because we're just kind of like dusty and dirty and stuff, but I will give it a good wipe down, and I think that's going to find a really cool home. All right, I think we're into shoes and clothes now. So I already told you about the clothes, like what all is going on with that. And obviously $55 roughly for everything that I'm showing you today. And then the shoes, I think, were maybe like $3 a pair, just to let you know. All right, this, I could not help myself. So this was one of those that was like marked up to $4, which is not too bad at all. This is made in the USA. Vintage LL Bean, 85% wool. There is the tag. And I thought it was a really, really cool Nordic sort of like Fair Isle type piece. So we have some beautiful reds in there, beautiful knit piece. We've also got this button up collar detail. Even the buttons are kind of cool. I just think that's going to do really, really nicely. It is a women's piece. I think it was size medium, and this kind of vintage LL Bean with the Nordic look to it always does so well for me. Granted, it's more of like a holiday piece and we're kind of coming out of that now, but if I list it fast, it might still sell in the kind of wintry season. All right, next we have an Eddie Bauer piece. I do not pick up much Eddie Bauer at all, but this had the same vibe as the other one with that kind of Nordic look, and it's a full zip, and it is a wool blend as well. And again, I just figured the season we're in, for $2, I think I can list that and sell it pretty darn quickly, just based on the style and the fabric content and the time of year we're in. So I just went ahead and snagged that. I'm going to list it real quick, and I'm pretty confident that it's going to sell sooner rather than later. All right, next we have what I would consider like a bread and butter piece. So it is Eileen Fisher. This is definitely an older tag at this point, size medium, but it is a beautiful purple, just a button-down career blouse or shirt, whatever you want to call it. And it is a silk blend as well. No stains, great condition, and again for $2. This is probably only going to go for around like 20 or so at this point, but it's a really, really quick list, and it's such like I said, like a bread and butter brand at this point. All right, fun vintage piece. This one was marked up to $4 and I'm not sure, I don't think I noticed that it was. I don't know, there's no like rhyme or reason necessarily at this thrift store. I love it, don't get me wrong, but they'll have some things like this. This is a sort of no-name vintage top. No brand in it, nothing like that. Kind of looks like it could be handmade, I'm not sure. And they had this for $4, and then they'll have like name brand stuff like Eileen Fisher for just standard $2, no tag attached to it. So I don't know, whatever. I'll just take it as it comes at this point. All right, so this is just like a black ribbed top. Looks like it could have had a belt at some point. It doesn't have the belt, oh well. But it's kind of like a knit, like a ribbed knit, like I said. And then it has this absolutely amazing oversized Peter Pan collar on it. Goes down the back as well. I just thought that it was a really, really cool style. Kind of has a Wednesday Addams vibe. I don't know if I'm going to use that as a keyword, but definitely kind of like goth, grunge, preppy, all kinds of cool keywords. And I just really like the style and I love a good vintage piece. All right, next we have two dresses that I believe are both handmade, are both vintage, I believe, judging by the zipper. Definitely has like an older look to it, and then just the fact that there's absolutely no tags inside, and we do have some kind of like rougher sewing work, so I do think these are handmade vintage. We have, again, really cool Peter, this is more the Peter Pan collar, I think, with the rounded edges. I'm not sure if that other one with the pointed edges counts as much. I'm still going to use the keyword anyway. And we have kind of like a poofy sleeve, and this is just like a pinstripe, very long, very boxy, sort of a shift dress, I suppose you could say, but it definitely has lots and lots of vintage feel to it. And then we have one that I think they probably just used the pattern again, because it's ever so similar. Again, this zipper just looks older to me, the way that it is with all the metal. And again, we have that rounded sort of Peter Pan collar to it. The poofy sleeves, I think it's exactly the same, basically. Has a lot of kind of like primitive, prairie, cottagecore. These are keywords I'll probably play with as well. Those kind of vibes to them. And then this one is actually like just like a little floral print to it all over. Long sleeve again. Get one pair of boys sandals, like youth sandals. These were $4. They're from the North Face. There is very, very minimal wear, and these are just for my 8-year-old kiddo. I figured that he will grow into these, and these will be like his summer shoes. So $4 for those, bargain. All right, next we have, again, this was only $2. Go figure. It's just a Madewell piece, size medium. And again, it's kind of like a boxy sort of shift dress with horizontal and then vertical stripes. It's got kind of like a dropped waist look to it almost. Like a t-shirt dress, then it has cool little pockets at the front. Madewell will have a style number here on the inner tag. This one is C4469, I think it says right down there, and also tell me when it's made, so it's from summer 2015. So it's definitely an older piece, but using that style number, I can look up and find its exact name, its exact comps, and if I wanted to look for something like a stock photo or something to use on Poshmark, if that's something that I was interested in doing, that is the way I would go about finding it. I'll almost always pick up Madewell for $2, so it doesn't move like it used to, just like Anthropology doesn't and Free People doesn't anymore, but I still get lured in, I have to say, when I find a cute piece for really, really cheap. Oh, let go. There we go. All right, another fantastic vintage piece. I just can't help it. So this is like a shift dress again, very, very boxy, but it's short, kind of like a mini dress. It is a total like royal blue crushed velvet, and it has these amazing details on the sleeve, like all the gold, and then this kind of like, it's not piping, I don't even know what you would call it, coming down to this like tight cuff, but it's kind of billowy. High neck, keyhole back, like, what? I can't stop looking at it. I'm feeling like 80s vibes with this. Let me know what you think. But again, we have absolutely no tags, and it's looking at this, like, I think somebody made these outfits by hand. And if I can unite them with somebody out there who's going to give them a second life and love them to bits, I just think that's awesome. All right, so $2 again for that one. This piece I am not too sure about. So it's Donna Karan New York, which is actually a pretty darn good brand. It's not bad at all. And it is brand new with the tags on. I don't know if it says... Okay, so originally retailed for $159. I don't know if it's Kohl's or what it is. It's gorgeous. It's a really beautiful piece. This is more towards purple than it is royal blue. Just a really nice piece, and it's a size was that 16, I think? Yeah, size 16. So again, that's a really, really decent size as well. Should be easier to move than one of the much, much smaller sizes, and newer tags for $2. Why not? All right, we're still going. So this piece, I don't pick up, this is J. Jill. I don't pick up much of anything J. Jill. In fact, I just got rid of a bunch that I hadn't listed yet, and I figured I'd just go ahead and redonate it at this point. It's a size large. I only picked it up because of the print. We are, as I'm filming this, we're like mid-February, we're moving into springtime, and this floral print is so darn pretty. It's kind of like a sheer button-down blouse top. Again, $2. It's a slightly larger size. Well, it's a large. The brand is not bad at all, and I think that the print is what is going to go ahead and sell this. And I'm probably going to use some keywords in there like wildflower, botanical, things like that. All right, we have a dress. This one was technically $5, but again, by the time you take into account that you have like buy two, get one free, I figured I might as well just give it a go. It's a Liza J. Haven't sold a lot of this brand recently. I haven't found it for a while, but it's a very cute little like peplum sort of floral type, not floral, formal. Help. A formal type dress with this kind of like tight pencil skirt to it, all one piece. We have some sort of beaded rhinestone detail here, and then I'm not sure what you call this neckline. It's almost like it's pleated or concertinaed. Let me know in the comments if you know what this would be called. But I thought it was a really cute piece. And again, with the amount of stuff that I bought, this should be a pretty easy flip. All right, we're almost there. Okay, this is another one where maybe I shouldn't have grabbed. I don't know, I can't seem to let go. Free People. This is an older piece of Free People as well, but it's a size 10, so it's a decent size for Free People, and it's just like such a classic basic or whatever. It's just a little plaid cardigan. I mean, nothing like crazy. It's a little bit fluffy here and there, but I can sort of trim those off, and it's got like a faux leather detail as well. I just figured that something like that, like I said, is very, very classic. It's sort of, it never really goes out of style when it comes to fall. Again, $2. I'm pretty sure it's a wool blend as well. All right, I got one pair of Clarks, which were $3. I don't pick up all the Clarks anymore. I used to do really, really well with them. They were like such a staple. Yeah, they've kind of gone off a little bit for me, but they do still sell. And these ones are, I think, a larger size. Well, they're a size 10, US women's, but they look like they have never been worn, like maybe tried on once. They're pretty much pristine. So because of that, and because they're only $3, I decided to go ahead and give them a go. And they're pretty darn cute as far as comfort shoes go. All right, 3 more items, and they're all like non-clothes again. So I got this. I can't believe that somebody put such effort into doing all of this, like, I guess crewel again, like cross-stitch crewel, all that kind of stuff. Somebody made this whole entire thing. Oh my goodness. And it's just in a thrift store for like a couple of bucks. That stuff kind of makes me sad, which is why I want to find it a new home. But down here we have a little bit of information, and we have a date as well. And I think it turned out to be about 1979. So because it was vintage and because it's complete, I decided to take a chance on it, and I'm certain I can find this a new home. All right, and another like handmade piece, a couple more handmade pieces really. So I have a set of pillowcases, which were bizarrely $2 each, instead of being sold as a set, but whatever, it's fine. So it's kind of hard to show you. So they're really pretty. They're all handmade, like I said. They've got this really cute like ruffle detail, very kind of like mid-century modern to me, and then each one of them has this like hand done heart that says I love you, with all of the lace and stuff like that. So like I said, I have like a matching pair, and I do feel like they're quite sort of almost like 50s 60s look to them with all that lace detail. So I'll just go ahead and throw a few keywords in there, and hopefully again they will find a new bed to grace. All right, and my final piece is again a handmade piece, again vintage, and I just could not leave him behind. Ah! I think he's so cool. He's not like the cutest Santa. Oh my god. Okay, anyway, so he is a latch hook, I think. Yeah, latch hook, you know, where like they're all fluffy. So this would be like a wall hanging or something like that. But I just thought that was so cool. It has such a vintage look to it as well. And again, it's in really, really good condition. So for just a buck or two, I decided to give him a go. And hopefully I can sell him for like $40 or $50. At least that's the price point. I have sold previous pieces just like him roundabout. All right, that's it. Now all I have is my giant empty bag, which again is going to be absolutely perfect for rummage sale season. I cannot wait to drag this around a few different sales. I hope that you enjoyed enjoyed this whole video, and I hope that you are getting out there as well and managing to score some things, whether at thrift stores or when yard sales start going again. They should be getting going here in the next month or so, and then I will be straight back at it, and hopefully you guys will come along with me as well. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It tells me on YouTube that you like this kind of content. And of course, if you want to join me at more thrift stores, yard sales, garage sales, and see more hauls like this and sales videos to see exactly how much this stuff actually flips for online, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and the bell notification so you never miss a video. All right, you guys, thank you again for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.